Kima looked up from her wet hands and sucked her teeth. Her hunger pangs and the hungry and angry kicks from her baby were the only things that motivated her into action. Kima did as she was told. Another kick from the baby sent a sharp, stabbing pain to her heart. She rubbed her belly, trying to soothe her baby. Maybe the baby can sense that shit is not right, she thought to herself. This was not what Kima had planned for her own life. It was history repeating itself again. Kima, too, had been born in jail. She didn't have any memories of her mother, but her grandmother never let her forget that she had been born while her mother was locked up after being charged with accessory to murder. Kima had spent the first 9 months of life as an inmate, and then she was separated from her mother and handed over to her grandmother. That is how the system worked with pregnant inmates. Kima thought it was almost better for the system to take the babies at birth. At least then they could bond with whoever took them. That was the thought that had kept Kima up almost the entire night. She wondered how fucked up she would feel not only giving birth in jail, but to have the system take the baby away after she and the baby formed a bond. Kima wasn't sure what would happen to her baby, a boy she had planned to name Corey after his father. She didn't deal with anyone in her family anymore except for the occasional hi and bye with one of her cousins. Kima hadn't heard from her so-called boyfriend, Corey, since she had gotten locked up. This wasn't how things were supposed to work out. Corey had promised her so many things, one of which was to always be there for her if anything happened. She had done so much and given up even more to be a writer for him. Kima was done being hurt over Corey's apparent abandonment. She was downright angry now. She was sure that Corey had probably figured out that she had gotten knocked. If he had answered his phone when she was given her phone call, he would have known exactly what happened to her. Kima couldn't even leave him a voicemail message because his mailbox was full. She was so mad, she had even pondered whether she would cooperate with the police against Corey and get herself out of this mess that he had gotten her into. The day she got arrested, the police had badgered her for over 10 hours trying to get her to flip on Corey. Kima wasn't having it. She had endured the verbal abuse from the cops, who had called her a piece of shit and worthless mother. No matter what they said to her, Kima held her ground. She wasn't snitching, especially not on a man she loved. Now, Kima was depending on Corey to get her out of this mess. Kima washed her face and brushed her teeth inside her cell at the little sink, but she had to go to the communal shower to bathe, which she hated. Kima gathered the horrible-smelling soap, shampoo, and lotion she had been given at intake and headed to the showers. She looked down at herself and just wished he could change her damn clothes. The pregnant inmates got to wear their own clothes, so Kima had the same outfit on that she had gotten arrested in 4 days earlier. Getting arrested on a Friday was the worst because she had had to wait the entire weekend for the chance to finally see a judge. All of her calls to Corey had been unsuccessful. As far as Kima knew, Corey had not even bothered to send someone down there to check up on her. For all Corey knew, Kima could have been being charged with all sorts of crimes and facing serious time. Kima entered the shower stall, and there were 3 other pregnant women inside already. They obviously knew each other because they were talking and laughing. Kima couldn't figure out what could be so funny when they were in jail and pregnant. Didn't they know they would be giving their children the worst start in life, having them be born as inmates? She shook her head in disgust. Kima wasn't trying to make friends, so she had made up her mind that she wasn't going to speak to them or join in their girlish